Today we're gonna dive into Clan Capital and show you top 3 strategies to use and get very good results. So let's dive in and see this video. So here we are guys on the Clan Capital, and I want to show you 3 strategies that I use and it's very effective. One of them my friend actually suggested to me and I'm gonna have it in this video as well. But firstly, what we're gonna do is to dive into Golem Quarry. In my opinion, this kind of district is very much, I would say, kind of easy to hit with the Sparkies because everything is really connected together, and at the same time there is no single infernos to lock onto your Sparkies, and it's mainly a lot of defenses. So as you can see, every defense is one by one just compact and close to each other. Once the Sparky hit them, the entire area of that side will go down. And I know a lot of you love to spam. You can still spam with the Sparky. You can drop them both on 2 different sides and drop those graveyards with the rams. Then you can quit the game if you wish to. I would not suggest it obviously in the channel. You can't just force quit the game obviously, but if you want to, you still can do it with the Sparky. And every single one of these strategies today is like that. You can force close the app, so it's not going to be like a full focused strategy that you need to drop this here, drop that there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you these 3 heavy versions of Sparky, Mountain Golem and Super Miners, which is just super effective. We're gonna get 51% of this base, and the Graveyard spell did amazing job. One thing I'm doing with the Graveyard spell recently, I'm going to drop it in front of the major defense. Back then, a lot of people loved to drop it on top of the major defenses to try to get it down. But with the Graveyard spell and the Sparky methods, it's better to drop it in front, so those major defenses actually hit the skeletons and not the Sparky. Simple as that. We're gonna move to one more attack after this one, so it's a next replay, and here we have exactly the same army. You want to take a jump spell in case the Sparky gets behind the wall, or for example your barbarians and basically rams of the barbarians want to go and do more tanking. As you can see, we're gonna have 2 Sparky and just sprinkling those battle rams, 1 jump spell because I want to force quit the app, and you can see how these are being tanked perfectly, and the Sparky is taking no damage. And the good thing about Sparky is once these districts have crushers, you can see the super miners can be a bit weirdly placed through the base because they can get really wrecked, and you're just gonna lose on more capital gold if there is a crusher. So don't risk a very bad hit, like a triple takedown of the district. Go with the Sparky that can really be effective and crush those bases for you. And I would suggest the Sparky on, for example, things like the Golem Quarry, like the Builder's Workshop. But the Builder Workshop, I have another army for it, but it's not going to be stronger than Golem, Sparky or Super Miners. But it's very good. But because only this base that we hit in the Builder's Workshop didn't have full defenses, so I won't bring you the replay, but it's going to be a mass rocket army, which is very good. But guys, look at our Sparkies, full HP going through the back end. Nothing is going to hit them, and when they hit the buildings, they get crazy value. So obviously would be my favorite choice to go when there is crushers and a lot of those splash damage defenses. We're gonna crush this base, and next up we're gonna go through this Mountain Golem because I'm gonna show you the kind of districts that are very effective for the Mountain Golem, and it's quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, this base had no chance of defending this Sparky, and we only used 4 in general to take down the base, and some kind of well, battle rams and graveyard spell. Let's move on to other district and see how we take them down with the next strategy. So guys, Skeleton Park is one of the bases that I would suggest you to go with the Mountain Golem because there is no single infernos. If there's a single inferno like the Wizard Valley or like the Balloon Lagoon, you don't technically want to take the Mountain Golem because obviously if you want to force quit the app, that means you don't have good funnel. It means you're just spamming. So if you spam and there's a good place single inferno, yeah, it's gonna be toxic, it's gonna be tough. You might go and end up hitting a 3 hit, and you don't really want to do that. As I said, you're missing out on gold and missing out on raid weakened medals. So the mountain golem with the frostbow is a basic combination. You want to drop that kind of haste spell at the beginning and drop the mountain golem. On the next attack, if you see, for example, the haste spell is not being used anymore, for example, there could be other defenses here that my golem skipped, so I would drop the golem inside the haste spell for the second hit, so he comes down and he goes around the base. But this attack, the golem did kind of good by itself. It just went, and look at this, we got like 23% and the golem is not even touched. Do you know why? It's because the defenses are way further away from each other. You can see everything is so spread, so the damage is not too pointy through the golem. But this spread could be effective for super miners or Sparky, because the Sparky needs to walk all the way to new defenses. Keep on walking and walking. So I would suggest you to use the mountain golem on Skeleton Park. I would also suggest to use it on that what is it called, the goblin mine. Yes, because the goblin mine also is very annoying. They drop goblin spare goblins, or whatever you want to call them. Those spare goblins will be so annoying for your miners. They will keep them above the ground, and it will be so annoying for your Sparkies because they will just be tanking for them. It's like crazy. Like they can just hit the Sparky, and the Sparky, by the time it's regenerating, there's already way too much damage. So already you know these two districts, the Skeleton Park and the Goblin Mine, is very good with the golem. Like look at the percent. We're getting again another 50% on the first hit by just spamming. That's the thing. So this is going to be our next army, obviously, with the golem. I'm gonna put it on double time because obviously the golem is a bit slow, and I try my best to explain everything when the golem is moving through the base. But yeah, as I said, you can go with the exact army on the second attack if there is less air defenses left in the entire base whenever you're using a golem. I would suggest you to go with some rocket loons. You can do it. The rocket loons could be placed instead of the cannon, and you can place it with a rage spell instead of the frost spell. But the golem haste and the frost is the perfect combination. It makes your golem faster and it makes enemy defenses slower. So this combo is basically like with each other. It's super helpful for those slower troops that you have. And yeah, in general, as you can see, even the cannons are going more forward than the golem. So they're not the best combo with the golem, but they are very effective. And regarding whatever base they give you, they can literally do so much damage to the golem. And one thing you may have not noticed is, guys, the golem can actually jump through these bushes. It can literally walk through. So I dropped the jump so the cannons don't stay behind him. Simple as that. That's why I'm telling you, take a jump so you know these areas of the base you needed to be able to pass through. Obviously not with the golem, but with the cannon, so they stay with your golem. And look at this. We could take an entire, I would say, Skeleton Park again with this same golem. Like we can skip this attack, dive into a next base with the same golem, and we would get another 50-60%. The golem is crazy. Look at this. It does not care about no water, doesn't care about no bushes, no craziness, only the mountains. And obviously it's a mountain golem. I don't know why it doesn't climb the mountains. No, I'm joking. Chill out, guys. It's not that deep. We're gonna crush this base again, and yeah, there's a wizard tower left. If you're staying in the attack and not force closing the app, you can kind of remove one of those cannons and take a barbarian, take some minions. If you wish even to take some, for example, battle rams for your kind of cannons, you can always do that. And regarding your bases and your attacks, you can switch around the strategies. But now we're gonna move to the Dragon Cliff. One of the strategies that not a lot of people, bases that not a lot of people like to hit. And it's quite actually simple. Dragon Cliff, no matter how much upgraded it is, it's always going to be the easiest district, and I always choose Dragon Cliff because of the super miners. The super miners are just way too quick for Dragon Cliff. So one thing you need to do is to have few barbarians and a ram, because you want to test for these zap traps. They are the ones that will be a bit effective to the super miners, making them like, I would say, 2/3 of the HP left. It's gonna be bad, so don't go through them. If you can, test for some barbarians, and never drop all of your super miners in just one area. If you're unlucky, the dragon, if it stays nicer on your super miner, it can crush all of them together. But in this attack, you can see we drop them 2 fingers, so together, no, 2 fingers separately, so they go separate ways, and the dragons are just gonna be keep on going after them. So one thing I would suggest you is, if you are staying in the attack and not force closing the game, you can keep 1 barbarian, so whenever these dragon posts are down and the miner goes lower on the ground, you can actually pull the dragon with a barbarian, and every single dragon that is not having a post will get pulled to the entire other side of the base. It's so easy to hit the dragon cliff, and I wanted to really bring it to you because a lot of people kind of don't like it. Like, I've seen a lot of clans or a lot of like players and basically YouTubers that they're like, oh my god, everyone left the dragon cliff for me. Why is this? Don't worry, man. After this, hopefully you guys can get the triples easily. I know a lot of people might not care about clan capital that much. They want to just go and get their raid medals, and that's completely understandable. But for the people who actually do care, they want to stay in the attacks, or even they want to force quick, these 3 armies is going to be your best friend. And if you especially want to 2-shot everything and just be the highest rank in your clan, your name can be up there when you're doing these 2 shots. You don't necessarily have to do anything crazy. It's the same spam army, it's the same force close app army, which again I wouldn't suggest it, but if you want, it is what it is. Not a lot of people stay in clan capital or build a base, and that's understandable. But if you want to do that, you can see you can do it at the best way possible. Look at these dragons with the frostbow. They cannot reach those miners. This is what I mean. Go and frost the dragons, spam the miners in, and get the triple. This miners army will work on, I would say, the kind of capital peak. It will also work on the barbarian camp. It works on the wizard valley. It does nicely work on the Balloon Lagoon, and I would say even the Golem Quarry. It's still one of the best armies, if not the best in the game when it comes to spamming. So obviously you can see how you can go around with these 3 armies and use it as you wish. Introduce it to your clans, let them know, so you all get 2-shot districts down and your clan basically earns more every weekend. Simple as that. You don't have to do anything more. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know down below what else you want to see, and guys, stay tuned because I'm going to soon bring you a video with 1-shotting every single district in clan capital, maybe even the capital peak. No, I'm joking. Chill out, man. You can't 1-shot capital peak. What do you guys expect? It's crazy. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon in the future. Make sure to use code BLUE and check out the Blueprint store. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Take care and peace.